Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff and her parents, Candi and Codey, beam with pride as brother Codey makes strides in baseball. Tennis star Coco Gauff and her parents, Candi and Codey, are celebrating a proud family milestone involving a different sport. The trio recently spotlighted Coco's younger brother, Codey, for his growing success in baseball. How did Coco Gauff earn his spot at Missouri? While Coco continues to shine on the global stage with her Grand Slam triumphs and swift rise in women's tennis, her brother Codey is forging his own path in a different sport. A standout player at the Elite Squad Academy in Florida, Codey's skills on the baseball field have now earned him a coveted spot with the University of Missouri, where he's set to join their NCAA Division I program beginning with the 2026 season. The announcement sparked a family celebration that played out across social media. All three family members, Coco, Candi, and Codey, reshared an article to their Instagram stories about a baseball story, which spotlighted several rising stars and industry figures, notably featuring Coco Gauff himself. Gauff shares heartfelt insight into the impact of her brothers on her journey. Beyond celebrating Codey's achievements, Gauff has opened up about how her younger brothers, Codey and Cameron, help keep her grounded amid the pressures of professional tennis. In a recent interview with Vogue, the American tennis star shared how her brothers provide a steady foundation during the highs and lows of her career. "My brothers Codey and Cameron are definitely my biggest support, and they always root for me and humble me," Gauff said. With a touch of humor, she noted that their attitude toward her doesn't change whether she wins or loses. They treat her the same either way, which she finds both refreshing and humbling. "When I do well, they're still going to make fun of me. And when I do bad, they're still going to make fun of me," she said. This unwavering consistency from her brothers serves a crucial purpose in her professional life. Sometimes, when you're competing, you feel like you're putting your whole life into whatever match you're playing, and that the odds are life or death. That's what's on the line. But obviously, it's not. Having people like them around makes you feel that pressure less. Meanwhile, Gauff's Wimbledon campaign ended earlier than expected with a first-round loss to Ukraine's Diana Yastremska. She now shifts focus to the North American hardcourt season, where she's scheduled to compete at the WTA 1000 events in Montreal and Cincinnati in late July and early August. Coco Gauff and her parents, Candi and Codey, beam with pride as brother Codey makes strides in baseball. In the glittering constellation of the Gauff family, the spotlight has long shone brightly on Coco, an undeniable tennis phenom whose meteoric rise has inspired a new generation of American athletes. But as the sun continues to rise on Coco's career, another star is emerging, her younger brother, Coco Gauff, whose powerful swing and disciplined game are turning heads on baseball diamonds across the country. For the Gauffs, it's never been just about individual excellence. It's about family, faith, and an unshakable belief in each other's dreams. That ethos was on full display last weekend at a youth baseball tournament in Florida, where Codey led his team to a regional championship with a stunning walk-off double. As the crowd erupted in cheers, the camera caught a priceless moment in the stands. Coco, flanked by her parents Candi and Codey, leaping to her feet, arms raised high, as her little brother rounded second base. "I screamed louder than I ever have at a tennis match," Coco would later laugh in an Instagram story. That was his Wimbledon moment. From tennis courts to baseball fields, the Gauff family is no stranger to elite sports. Candi Gauff, a former track and field athlete at Florida State, and Codey, a former college basketball player at Georgia State, have raised their children with a deep appreciation for both athletics and balance. While Coco found her calling early with a racket in hand, Codey, 2 years her junior, gravitated toward the diamond. He was obsessed with baseball before he could spell the word. Coco Gauff recalled with a chuckle in a recent ESPN interview. "We'd go to Coco's tournaments, and Codey would be in the corner with a glove and a wiffle ball, pretending he was Derek Jeter or Ken Griffey Jr. Unlike many sports families, where one child's career overshadows the rest, the Gauffs were determined to ensure that Codey's passions received equal support. "Every child's dream matters," Candi explained. "Just because Coco's journey came first doesn't mean it's more important." And true to their word, when Coco was in Paris for the French Open earlier this year, her family made sure Codey had someone cheering him on at his baseball state tournament back home. Candi stayed behind, switching from tennis mom to baseball mom with ease, packing snacks, coordinating rides, and keeping the scorebook like a pro. Siblings in the spotlight. The dynamic between Coco and Codey is one of genuine admiration and mutual motivation. Despite the difference in sports and the fame disparity, there's no rivalry, only a deep bond strengthened by shared values and experiences. "He's my biggest supporter," Coco once said. "Before my matches, he always texts me something goofy to make me laugh. It helps keep me grounded." And Codey, he beams when asked about his big sister. "She's awesome," he said during a post-game interview. "People know her for tennis, but at home, she's just Coco. She helps me with homework and still gets mad if I leave my stuff in her room." Coco has even taken on a part-time role as Codey's unofficial mental coach. When he had a slump earlier this year, she shared, "I sent him a playlist I use when I'm struggling and reminded him, pressure is a privilege." A family that lifts together. It's not hard to see where the Gauff kids get their grounded confidence. Corey and Candi have long been lauded as model sports parents, encouraging, disciplined, and fiercely protective of their children's well-being. They've managed the delicate balance of being involved without being overbearing, and their approach is paying dividends. Whether it's in the stands at Wimbledon or on a bleacher bench at a high school field, they cheer just as loudly. "Watching Coco win the U.S. Open was a dream come true," Corey admitted. "But seeing Codey hustle for a base hit or make a diving catch, that's just as emotional." The family has made a point to travel together as much as possible. In between tennis tournaments and school schedules, they organize family dinners, game nights, and even spontaneous dance-offs in hotel rooms. Anything to keep the focus on unity, not stardom. And their efforts haven't gone unnoticed. Social media is beginning to take notice of Codey, especially after Coco posted a celebratory photo with him captioned, "Baseball King in the Making. Proud sister moment red heart, baseball. Within hours, sports fans and journalists alike were buzzing about the other Gauff prodigy, the weight and the wings of legacy. Of course, growing up in the shadow of an internationally known athlete isn't always easy. But Codey doesn't see it that way. "It's actually cool," he said in a recent feature by Sports Illustrated Kids. "Coco shows me that hard work really works. When I see her train and then see her win, it makes me want to get better every day." And Coco is equally adamant about not letting the spotlight become a burden for her brother. "I always tell him, your story is your own," she said. "Just because we share a last name doesn't mean you have to follow my path. He's already blazing his own. That own path is already gathering traction." This summer, Codey was invited to an elite national baseball development camp, joining some of the best young talent in the country. Scouts have taken notice of his combination of raw power, agility, and an unusually mature approach at the plate. "He plays like he's been here before," one coach said, "just like his sister." Beyond the scoreboard. But the Gauff family knows that success isn't measured just by trophies or rankings. They've worked hard to ensure their children are developing as people first, athletes second. Grades, character, respect, those come before highlights, Candi emphasized. "It's easy to get lost in the fame, but we remind them daily. Talent opens the door, but integrity keeps you in the room." That grounded mindset has turned the Gauffs into something of a role model family in the youth sports world. Their journey is frequently cited at conferences and parenting workshops, not just for the success they've achieved, but for how they've handled it, with grace, humility, and love. Coco's own platform has grown beyond tennis, and she now uses her visibility to champion causes from education to mental health. As for Codey, he recently joined his sister in volunteering at a youth clinic in their hometown of Delray Beach, mentoring younger kids in baseball and tennis alike. "They listen to Codey more than me now." Coco joked afterward, "He's got that superstar in the making swagger." A dual legacy in the making. While Coco Gauff continues to scale the tennis mountaintop, eyeing more Grand Slam titles and inspiring fans around the world, she does so with the full-hearted support of a family that cheers just as loudly when the spotlight turns elsewhere. And for young Codey, The stage is being set. With natural athleticism, relentless work ethic, and a support system most kids only dream of, the sky is the limit. I'm just proud to be his sister, Coco said recently. He's writing his own legacy, and I can't wait to see where it takes him. As the sun set on that unforgettable game in Florida, the Gauffs gathered on the field, arms wrapped around each other, smiling from ear to ear. No cameras, no interviews. Just a family, united by love and sport, basking in a moment of shared joy.